In 1983, Harold Green, a sweet old man adored by his community, planned to attend his church's annual summer fair in Melbury, England. When he never showed up, a casual search led to the discovery of his dead body. The murder was never solved. In Cold Case, A Pinch of Murder, you investigate the death of Harold Green and attempt to solve the crime. Hey everybody, Coach Troy here, and we're going to solve another murder, or at least review the game. So what we got here is another Cold Case game, A Pinch of Murder. I did one a while back and I really enjoyed it, so let's go over this one real quick and I'll tell you what I think about it. Spoiler free, of course. Well, what is the story so far? Well, back in 1983, Harold Green was found dead in his house. It was the same day that there was a church festival going on, a fundraiser, if you will. So he was expected to be there. He was a volunteer, big in the community. He was going to be helping out. But he went back. He was making a fruitcake. So I know, how sad is that? The man died making a fruitcake, which makes this all the more tragic. Oh, it's so sad. I mean, what a legacy. So after the festival, when he didn't show up, people went to his house to see if he was okay or what had happened to him. And of course, they found his body there. They also found that his house had been robbed. Several items were stolen, including the big one was this watch that he had. It was a very expensive watch that apparently he had found and was bragging about a little bit. And so now it is our job to, first off, the most important thing is, right, figure out who murdered Harold Green, right? Who killed this poor man while he was making a fruitcake. Second, we need to find out who stole the watch. And thirdly, we have to figure out who stole the donation box from the church. Apparently, this place is just riddled with crime, this small town in England. So once we feel we have the answers to these three questions, we're going to go online to the Thinkfun website, plug in our answers, and see if we are correct. Pretty straightforward. And to get those answers, well, we got to look in the box. And first thing you'll notice that this is actually a pretty skinny box, right? There's just papers in here. Open it up, and we got a file. And that is it. You're going to have some photos and whatnot, but mostly just papers here. And what are these papers, you ask? Well, in here you're going to find your usual fare, an autopsy report, witness interviews, map of the town, witness statements, all this good stuff. So lots of reading to be had in there. You're also going to find other things like this flyer here for the church festival, little flyer or a little pamphlet from the church itself with everyone that's in there. A few other things, I think the cake recipe is in there. Just lots of other things that may or may not have evidence in them, but they paint a picture of the town and the people that are in it. It really just makes the whole thing feel more complete, And they got a bunch of pictures as well, and I like these here, period appropriate, so they're going to have these kind of photographs, and they're a little bit yellowed and brown here, so they really feel, like they are from 1983. And of course, you can't have a good murder mystery without newspaper clippings. Look at this bad boy right here, nice and big. Even got stuff on the other side with, you should always read that. Always read that. You never know when you're going to find something useful. But, yeah, look at this thing. Very nice, right? And so now that you got all this stuff, what do you do with it? Well, you go over it. So I did this with my better half and the kiddo. And so, we've done these before several times. What we'll do is we'll just start taking pieces, reading it one by one. One person will read off the stuff, the other person will take notes, and we'll just trade. This game has a nice little checklist of all the documents enclosed. So what we did, we just started with number 1 and went from there. That way we at least made sure we didn't go over things twice and didn't miss anything too. And just took notes, and when things popped up or when things kind of started to connect, we would write that down, we go over it. We all had our thoughts and theories, and we just kind of adjusted them as we went through more evidence. It's kind of neat. You just plug these into your phone, you get an answer where you're right or wrong. If you're wrong too, they will throw you some hints to kind of guide you in the right direction. Now, I will say that this one was easier. There wasn't as much stuff here, so a little on the easier side. We got through it quicker. We read through pretty quickly, and yeah, we didn't need much help with our answers. We figured it out fairly easily. Could be that we've been doing a few of these now and we're getting better. We're becoming good detectives. But I think that just this one in general was a little on the easy side. So no, there's not a whole lot of bells and whistles like a lot of the other murder mysteries will have, but I think that is part of this game's strong suit, that it is just simpler and easier. Like, it's not overproduced. They have a nice amount of stuff here. It looks good. Like, thought was put into it. It's not just sheets of paper. Like, this church pamphlet looks like a church pamphlet that you would have. The photos, while there's not a ton of them, they look period appropriate. But there's just not so much that you're forgetting things as you're going through it, you know? So if you want some large production, you might want to go with some of the others. But if you want something a little simpler, a little not so expansive, but still tells a good story, like, this is a good one here. Now, how does it compare to the other cold case files? The other one we did was A Story to Die For. This is only the second one of this particular group, the Thinkfun group. So how does it compare to the other cold case file we did, A Story to Die For? Well, I think I liked the other one a bit better. I think I liked the story more. It was a little more of a challenge than this one. This one was a little easier to figure out. But I still like the story. It's not that much better, you know? This one still told a very good story, and I really enjoyed my time playing through it. I really got a sense and feel for the character, the church, the town. I could kind of get a sense of the personalities of the different parishioners. So as I got into it, I really wanted to solve this murder. I wanted justice for Harold Green, that poor man, and his fruitcake. So should you get this game? Well, if you like a good story without too much production, this is a good pickup. But if you want something a little more deeper, more bells and whistles, and more challenge, then you might not want to go with this one. But all in all, I'm going to recommend it. I had a good time, I had fun doing it, and I'm so glad I got justice for Harold. So any of you guys play this one? You guys tell me what you think. If you do end up playing this one, tell me how you did. And what other murder mysteries do you suggest? Because I love doing these, and I've got several I got to do before I buy new ones, but I'm going to get through them eventually. Anyway, this is Coach Troy. Thanks for listening. I'll see y'all later.